Gwansik was carrying fish for Asan when he found her sitting behind the market. Gently, he knelt down and changed her shoes for her. As they walked home, Asan loudly declared that she would never marry Gwansik. She dreamt of marrying someone from Seoul and leaving the island behind. Strolling through the canola fields, Asan pressed Gwansik to explain why he had been giving fish to her family for 10 years. Caught off guard, Gwansik suddenly held her hand, still tucked in his pocket, and kissed her. Shocked, Asan realized Gwansik had feelings for her. Blushing, she admitted that she had liked him since she was 14, and that she had been wearing lipstick in hopes that one day, this moment would come. Realizing their feelings were mutual, they kissed again. They walked hand in hand, even as Asan jokingly insisted she still would not marry him. When she got home, she danced with joy until she opened a closet, expecting to find her sibling, but instead found her stepfather with another woman. The next day, Asan was furious when the woman removed her mother's photo without permission. In the heat of an argument, Asan demanded her stepfather to keep his promise to fund her tuition as payment for raising her siblings, then declared she would leave the house. But the woman revealed she was pregnant and that Asan's stepfather had no money and told Asan she was on her own now. Later, Asan's uncle urged her to work in a factory on the mainland and send half her earnings home to help with the family. Feeling hopeless, she refused. Devastated, Asan went to Gwansik and poured her heart out, saying she had nowhere to go, and her dreams of going to college and becoming a poet were shattered. Gwansik comforted her, reciting her favorite poem, the very one she once said her future husband must know. He said he could not promise her everything, but he would do everything he could for her. They hugged, both crying. That night, Gwansik snuck out of his house. Asan did the same, wearing her stepfather's girlfriend's makeup, clothes, shoes, and even her jewelry. She quietly bid farewell to her siblings. When they met, they gathered all the jewelry they had, indicating Gwansik had taken some jewelry from their house too. Gwansik tried to wipe off Asan's makeup, but she stopped him and asked one last time if he would back out. Assured by his resolve, she smiled, and he kissed her. Then, hand in hand, they ran toward the pier. On the boat to the mainland, someone asked for their identification. They had none. Suspecting they were runaways, the man questioned them, but Asan boldly claimed they were a married couple, making Gwansik blush. Upon arriving, they tried to pawn the jewelry, but were asked for identification again and denied. With no other options, they went to a motel and lied, claiming they had been robbed. The owner, thinking they were newlyweds, let them stay. In the room, Asan teased Gwansik, asking if he was afraid of her grandmother. He replied that he was not, and encouraged her to take the GED while he worked at a factory. Asan told him she would marry him, because she knew he would never break her heart. Gwansik blushed again. Meanwhile, Byeon-cheol questioned Minok about why she seemed happy, knowing Asan had stolen her clothes and jewelry. Minok laughed, touched by Asan's boldness and romance. When Gwansik's mother asked what Asan had been wearing so she could help find them in Busan, Minok feigned ignorance, claiming she had too many clothes to keep track. Unexpectedly, the woman brought food and soju, saying it's all free, and told them to enjoy the night of their honeymoon. The next morning, Asan woke up sweating, asking Gwansik why the wall fan was broken. As she moved, she felt something sharp. It was the suitcase lock. Gwansik then realized that their suitcases was gone. They reported the theft to the motel owners, but the owners denied ever seeing a suitcase. The man threatened to call the police and contact their parents in Jeju. When he mentioned Jeju, despite them never saying where they were from, Gwansik realized they must have seen their boarding passes in the stolen suitcase. They understood they were the ones responsible for the theft. The woman coldly replied that they had no proof of theft and told them to leave before something worse happened. Outside, while arguing, they saw another woman check into the motel. The owners treated her the same way, offering food and soju. Asan and Gwansik sneaked into her room and warned her it was a trap. They'd rob her while she slept. They urged her to keep the lights on all night. The motel owners noticed the guest hadn't turned off her lights and assumed she would not asleep. Frustrated, they went to bed, planning to overcharge her the next day. Listening in, Asan told Gwansik their priority was recovering her mother's photo and the gold frog. Gwansik, nervously eating, was shaking. Asan gently calmed him and said if they could not find their things, they should at least take the cash box. They quietly sneaked into the owner's room. They could not find their belongings, but Gwansik grabbed the cash box. As they tried to leave, Asan noticed the child wearing her hairpin and tried to retrieve it. The child woke up and cried out. Asan and Gwansik fled in a hurry. Asan was caught and pinned down by the woman. She told Gwansik to run, but the owner threatened to sell her off. As the woman choked Asan, Gwansik hesitated, then dropped the cash box and took a step back. Asan realizing what he was about to do, Asan fought back, just as Gwansik prepared to confront the man.